Biggs from 23 ABC, joined with the American Hockey League president, Dave Andrews. You're from Nova Scotia. That's probably as east as you can get in Canada. What are your thoughts on, I guess, being the western part of the United States and California?
Well, with the weather right now back east, it's great to be out here. I just came in from Saskatoon, which is not east, but it's north. Minus 29 is really cold. Like your face falls off if you stay out long enough. So it would like 3 or 4 minutes.
So speaking of California and the good weather, talk about the Pacific Division. In year 2 now, the Condors a couple years ago, Tucson last year. Are there talks, maybe opportunities for growth beyond?
With Las Vegas coming into the National Hockey League next year, I think if we had had a really prime market available for them, we probably could have located Las Vegas out in this division. The potential is there for us to have 31 NHL teams and a couple of teams sharing. I'd say it's about 50-50 right now.
Part of growing the game comes from those chances, those exposures like outdoor classics. Condors have been in the last 2 for the American Hockey League. Have made some national headlines with the rain.
Well, it's amazing with social media now. I mean, the one clip that circulated everywhere was about the 2 minutes that it really was almost unplayable. Staff that were out here thought it was terrific. They thought the players were great and coaches from both teams were cooperative and that the quality of play really didn't suffer very much. We're happy that they were done, and I think we're going to have at least one next year, probably back east.
Is that something you just cross your fingers as when you've got that outdoor classic scheduled?
We had a game in Hartford years ago outdoors and at the football stadium there, and it was cold, which you can deal with, but it was also really windy. It was so windy that we had to switch ends halfway through the third period because it wasn't fair to one team to have to go uphill.
At this point, we've got some teams playing 68. We've got some teams, a little bit higher than that in the 70s. Is there a plan, maybe at least talks in the future, to get that universal across the board?
Yeah, I mean, we've really been sort of working towards that. I don't know that it's going to happen soon. It certainly won't happen for next year. Fans who sort of have trouble looking at the standings and figuring out, you go by points percentage. Yeah. I looked at the standings in this division yesterday, and with points percentage, the team with more points actually is not in first place, and it's confusing.
I know you don't get out here all that often, but what are your thoughts on seeing hockey in Bakersfield?
It's really been good. Last year we moved 7 teams in total. A big step for us. It created a new footprint, a completely new landscape. It gave us more of a national presence. All of those things are good.
Dave Andrews, president of the American Hockey League, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for asking about Nova Scotia.
Anytime you can ask about Nova Scotia, you do it.
Yeah, I mean, you set the bar so high talking to the president already.